Barrett, Cohen, WLSN, and I have with us a guy you probably heard of before, Jeff Ruby. Jeff, you made it up here to LaSalle High School tonight. Big night. You got the Bombers and the Lancers tonight. You go where the games are, don't you?
I love watching high school. High school sports to me is better than college or pro. It's just more exciting. It's more enthusiastic.
Jeff, you are a great ambassador to Cincinnati. I mean, just for the things that you've done. I mean, you're kind of like, you find the champion. You're the champion of the underdogs, I guess is a good way to put it. You're always finding out the people to pick up, and it's great to watch you. It's great to follow you. You're just an incredible man. How do you keep that going though every day? You're like the Santa owner, the guy that just keeps giving. How do you do that?
Well, if you read my autobiography, well, it was co-written with an author, but I grew up an underdog. I grew up a minority, and I ran away from home when I was 15, and people helped me, and I had a father figure that helped me. I never met my father, really, and I raised myself, and I grew up that way. Everything goes back to our childhoods, and that's where it stems from.
Talk about people that might be listening to this broadcast who they've had all kinds of misfortunes and unfortunately have had things happen to them that they haven't been able to right the ship. What do you say to them?
Well, listen, it's hard for a kid without a dad and a kid without parents, but a lot of us have turned it around. And you can see a lot of these NFL players, if you look at their life stories, some of them really came from nothing and came from hard times. So you can do it. You need to find a good mentor. You need to find yourself. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and stop feeling sorry for yourself, and go to a good school, listen to teachers. Coaches have helped a lot of kids. And the most important thing for a kid in his life is who his friends are. The friends who you befriend is more important than, not more important, but your parents you can have the best parents in the world, and you can have rich parents. You can be wealthy. If you hang around with the wrong kids, they're going to take you down the wrong path. So, but especially if you come from like where I came from, you've got to make sure you surround yourself with the right kids in school, especially high school, and they can help turn you around. They can set you on the right track if they care about you. But you've just got to. I grew up in the '60s. That was the worst decade. It was the decade of turbulence, descent of it. And I, a second-team center on the football team to first-team All-State, went out for wrestling and didn't lose a match. I went from F's to A's. In that case, my high school football coach took an interest in me, and that changed everything. I had somebody that I wanted to make proud. If a kid doesn't have someone he wants to impress, if a kid doesn't have someone he wants to make proud of, it's difficult. I finally had someone I looked up to, and that changed my life.
I want to thank you for coming on. I asked you if I could interview you tonight in the middle of a big game, GCL South game. You said anything, and I want to appreciate it. I'm honored to have this opportunity here today.
It's my pleasure, and to just sum it up, if you have money, if you have affluence, and you've done well for yourself, I think you should give some of it back to the community that gave it to you in the first place. So that's what I try to do.